let's take a look at Nate Bargatze and Coldplay by the numbers. First up, vice presidential debate, cold open. You're starting to see the strain of the contractual cameos. Didn't mind it. I didn't end up minding it. I thought it was a good, watch from home vibe.
Yeah, I liked Bowen in this one a lot. Because J.D. Vance was really good in this. I gave it a W.
Yeah, he got to be front and center for that, which was great. Nate Bargatze monologue. I gave this the light L, just because I don't know. I wasn't sure. I just wasn't sure.
I'm a big fan of his, so super biased. But I gave it a W just because I love watching him do stand up. So.
Yeah, perfect. That's great. Washington's Dream. I came into this ready to roll my damn eyes, but honestly, I prefer it to the original.
Do you? They're pretty even for me. The original one was so popular. I couldn't believe that was the one that took off, but I liked this one too. I think it was fun.
Yeah, for sure. And him throwing James Austin Johnson off the boat was fantastic. Yes. Golf tournament, gave it a W.
I loved this one.
This was fantastic. It was like, you can't get too super technical about it. He's just like, everything's going wrong for Nate Bargatze's character, and it's perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, short, sweet, to the point. And I like the new, the visual look of that one, too.
Yes.
Sábado Gigante was a very authentic look. I haven't seen much of this show, but I've seen, clips. It was perfect. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. Nate's real dry, and that played perfectly to it.
Absolutely. Water Park reminded me of the Disposal of Remains sketch that Gerard Carmichael did. 2 thumbs way up. This was hilarious.
This was so funny. Making the audience come to the realization first.
Yes, that was thank you for putting that into words, because I was trying to think of how, why I appreciated that so much. I'm talking over Coldplay because I didn't feel like there was much here. It's just very Coldplay.
No, get Chris Martin's bare feet off of my TV.
That's so real. Weekend update. See, now we're caught back up. We can do this. We're good.
We got it.
Interesting audience here, because they reacted worse than the joke actually was for a lot of these in this particular episode.
Yeah.
But so I gave it the W.
I gave it a W. Weird audience, but I liked the jokes. I thought it was fun.
Yep. And then Jane Wickline is our only guest on this one. This took a bit for me to take off, but as an introduction to her style of comedy, it worked great.
Yeah, I hope that she does more of this. We get to kind of see how it plays on the show, how it fits in.
For sure. Mile High Challenge, crazy big W. I love Heidi Gardner doing insane and this was so good. Another good tone mismatch, which I'll talk about later.
Yes, I loved this one.
Yeah, definitely, again, we'll get to it, because this happens a few times. An SNL digital short.
Can you
My
believe?
only L is for the audience that didn't applaud at that title card, but the rest of it is classic Lonely Island.
Oh my god, I've never been so happy. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Leapt up from my couch.
Yeah. It's fantastic. It's another Ann Golden era. Coach Allen. Coach Allen just wants money for the uniforms. Another great tone mismatch. And give me Michael Longfellow in that uniform any day of the week.
Iconic locker room set. So many of my favorites have been in this locker room set.
Peyton Manning, Will Forte dance. Is that what you're thinking of first off? That's the one. So let me go back a little bit to just the. I really liked the it's not necessarily fish out of water. I wouldn't describe it that way. It's more like now is not the time to be discussing this or doing this. And that vibe really carried through a lot of these segments. Sábado Gigante is very classic fish out of water, but Water Park Emergency, Mile High Challenge, and Coach Allen were all these maybe we don't talk about this right now kind of sketches.
Yeah.
Read the room. Yep. And it makes me wonder if there's a writer in the staff that does really well striking that tone, or if it's an element of Nate Bargatze's comedy, and maybe you could speak more to that.
He is, like I said, he's a pretty, like, his delivery's pretty dry. He does, if you
Mm-hmm.
watch his stand-up, I think it probably was a mixture of a few specific people on the staff, but whatever they learned from the first time he hosted, and kind of what
Mm-hmm.
worked
Yeah.
best for his kind of demeanor, because he's just a super, I've never seen him get like super amped up. He's always kind of at that one level.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true.
So,
I get that. I got that tone from like his monologues and
yeah.
everything. So, yeah, I preferred this whole episode to his original. Now I'm pumped to see him do a third. You know what I
I
mean?
know, yeah, me too. I think he's strangely going to be a kind of recurring host.
Mm-hmm.
Not something I would have
Which,
seen coming, but I mean, I'll take it, yeah.
yeah, no complaints. Yeah, I had a good time. So I didn't break down the totals of that one, but that was a 10-win episode. As it pertains to this podcast, 10-win, 1 loss, 1 tie. Definitely our best episode so far.
So far.
So another win overall. For season 50. Are we being too easy on him? No, it was just that was my favorite episode of the stretch so far. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, it was great.